Hey, what's up, guys? Today we're going to be answering a bunch of psychology questions to help you improve your trading. I'm with my boy here, Angel. I just met him a couple days ago. He's a crazy trader, has done over six figures in payouts, and it would be nice to, have a different perspective. And I hope this improves your guys' trading because we're going to show you guys our experiences and how we've solved a lot of obstacles in our journey.
Yeah, I've been trading for about like 2 years now. Honestly, I started trading options in high school, and like that's actually I feel like that's like kind of like a canon event for everyone. They all lose a lot of money trading options when they first get into trading. But over the years, I perfected my craft trading prop firms, and going up to six figures in trading payouts.
Well, yeah, I'm Ariane, as you guys know, if you're watching my channel. I've been trading for about 4 years now. I've also had a similar experience. I started off with options, made my money there. Well, first, I lost a lot of money in options. Once I figured it out, I've also dabbled into crypto, and now I'm back to day trading. I trade futures now. So I was able to buy my dream car, my dream watch off trading, and, I'm able to have a crazy lifestyle because of trading.
So the first question is, how do you stop emotions from controlling your trades? This sort of topic I've been dealing with since the beginning of trading. Every time I'm in a trade, or when I used to be in a trade, I used to have like such like FOMO, greed, more like my head was racing. Throughout the years, it obviously got better, but like I said, like I'm a regular trader. I'm like everyone else that's traded. I went through like the ups and downs. I'm talking about like breaking monitors, like buying more evals and just blowing them literally 20 minutes later and losing like 5K in a day just off of evals. If you've been there, I've been there too. All those ups and downs. But how I stopped my emotions from controlling my trade was honestly just staying busy. Every time now that I enter a trade, I'm always in my room because obviously I work out of my room. What I do is literally every time I enter a trade, cleaning, I'm doing something else. Sometimes I'm even watching like anime or like playing a game, something simple just so I'm not so controlled to my trade. That's not the only thing that's changed. It's more about the confidence in my trades. Like once I found out that my strategy was actually profitable, I literally just set and forget. Sometimes I don't even just look at it. I just trust my process. I follow a set of rules and I execute.
How do you stop emotions from controlling your trades? What I like to do is I like to hide the numbers. The thing is that when you're looking at a trade and you see money, you have way more emotions tied to it. What I like to do is I like to enter my trades and literally, like he said, set and forget. I just close out my tab and let the trade play out. When you see yourself hitting break even or your stop loss, it's going to make you want to trade again. It's going to make you want to revenge trade. Also, another thing that helped me is back testing a lot and also just forward testing, seeing my strategy work. Why would I try to gamble? Why would I try to be emotional when I know my strategy is proven to work? Yeah, and also even paper trading is also a good idea because you're able to see how well you perform when you're not actually trading. So when you do actually trade, you're going to translate the same habits, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so honestly, he's a little bit better than me. Closing out the tab is something I would never do, mainly just because I always like keeping an eye on my trade. Like I be cleaning across the room and I'm over here just like peeking at my trade. But no matter what, it's all about like self-control, man. Like if you're not gonna touch your trade, you're not gonna touch your trade. If you tell yourself you're not gonna exit your trade early, don't exit your trade early. Like that's how you get beat. Like if you just because you're in a little bit of drawdown doesn't mean you should exit your trade. That shit always will, honestly, like 70% of the time it will go in drawdown, but it always goes, if it's a good trade, it will always go to your take profit. Set and forget. Like you gotta stop being so attached to whether you're gonna win or lose.
What do you do when you feel yourself getting tilted? So what I like to do is I like to desize. You just want to get yourself off of tilt. So why would you do that? By throwing a lot of money into the market. You can get off tilt with one account. Another thing I would do to get off tilt, back test or paper trade. The reason you're on tilt is because of emotions, right? So why not forward test and back test and see it work without emotions, and then you would translate the habits. It kind of goes back to a little bit of the last question, but it is so simple, but obviously like mastering your mind is super hard.
This is also something I've dealt with a lot. Honestly, I'm normal, man. I still deal with it sometimes. When I feel myself getting tilted, though, I literally just close out of my trade. Not close out of my trade. I just close out of myself. I take a deep breath, and I just let go. I just take a deep breath. I reevaluate my whole trading process, and if I got that right, I literally force myself the confidence to just completely execute and let go of all my emotions.
What kept you motivated before you became profitable? For me, what kept me motivated was honestly coming from immigrant parents that worked their ass off their whole life, and I felt like I owed it to them to be successful. So motivation was never an issue for me. I always wanted money. I always wanted to be successful. Everything in life requires money. As a man, you need to have everything in life. So for me, money was just like one of the pillars, and it was one of the biggest pillars. So I just wanted to master that so I can repay all the people I love and take care of them. I feel like that's your duty as a man, to be able to take care of everyone. And for that, I just didn't need any motivation.
So what kept me motivated to keep trading? Honestly, it's more just my family. Of course, my mom, my dad, they all come first. Imagine you're at a family event. You guys got a big bill, you got a super nice restaurant. Everyone's having fun. You're the one to cover it. The fact that you give your family that opportunity to go out somewhere nice and actually have fun. Like literally just a couple months ago, I went to a UFC event with my brother and my cousin. They've never been to one, and I had one of my best trading months, which was 30K. So when I took them there and I seen them smiling, man, I just want to go for a 50K month.
Yeah, I feel like that's what it is. Being able to take care of the people you love is the most important thing about money. You guys think it's, oh, it's the cars, it's the watches. Like, yeah, that's cool, but being able to take care of your loved ones as a man, I feel like is the most important thing. How do you stop yourself from over trading after a win? For me, I have, as long as I make $1,000 per account, which is my 50 points, I just hop off. And the way I stop is just locking out. Because there's been so many times where I was greedy and I was just trying to make more money. I've blown accounts, I've ruined months of progress because of that greed. And it's like experiencing that, I never want to go back. So to me, if I make $1,000 per account, I just took a win, which is something a lot of people can't do in the markets. You're already doing so much better than everyone if you just get off after a win.
So honestly, for me, I think when I first started trading, I ran into this problem very often. But nowadays, I literally just lock myself out after one win. Doesn't have to be a big win. It doesn't have to be a huge win. A win is a win. Even if it's $150 plus, like that's still a win to me. Like because for all my prop firm traders, that's a winning day. Sure, it could be a small like winning day. That fifth or fourth day, you could hit big, and that'll secure your payout. You gotta stop attaching yourself so much to the charts and your payout. Like that'll just come. The more you think about it, promise you, you're not gonna get as many payouts as you deserve.
The next question is, how does ego show up in trading? So I feel like winning a lot is actually really bad for you, because what it does is it gets you so confident that you start oversizing. Not just that, try to take more trades. I feel like winning a lot is really bad for you as a trader, because your mind gets programmed to, oh, I'm him, I'm him, I'm him. You just start changing your rules. The way you become good at trading is by following a consistent plan, consistent rules. A system is the most important thing for trading. You start moving your take profit, you start moving your stop loss, you enter on break evens because you're like, oh, my model works so well, it has to work, it has to work. But at the end of the day, a system is what beats everybody. No matter what strategy you have, if you stick to your system, you will always beat the person who doesn't.
Yeah, so literally exactly what Arion says. Man, honestly, all of you guys know, ego will literally kill you. Market will humble you disgustingly. And I'm sure all of you guys know, all of you guys been there before. If you guys been trading for a long time, you would be up like 2K on account. You would start risking more. Then you would start being a little bit more reckless because you're so confident. And then that's when you start losing. And then that's when you start going on tilt. And that's when you blow an account.
How did you manage working while trading? So for me, it was not only work, but it was school. Honestly, the way I would do it is I would have my analysis set up beforehand, and I would just set alerts. And once they hit, I would go and enter my position. I would just let it run. For me, it was also hard because I always blamed my losses on the fact that I was working. Because I was like, oh, if I was sitting at a desk at home, if I was able to do this, like it would have been so much easier to trade. And I think it is. The environment you trade in is super important. I think it is also super important to have money flowing in from a 9 to 5, because if you don't have money, it makes your trading bad. You should not care about the money you're making from trading.
Yeah, kind of what Arion said. I think the biggest thing is the excuse part, man. Like if you're working and trading, you're just gonna give yourself more excuse to like actually like say like why you lost is because you were working. That's how I used to be, but in reality, that's just not the case. How I managed it was, and luckily for me, I actually had a little bit of downtime around market open, but sometimes I didn't. On those days, I would risk way less. And that's what a lot of you guys need to do nowadays is risk less. I promise you'll start winning more. Yeah, say you're working like a morning job, like an electrician job, bro. Don't even trade. Like if you're literally manhandling a machine, don't even trade. Just perfect your craft during Asia session.
What's the truth about making money from prop firms? I feel like the main thing you need to master is detaching from the outcome. If you care about the money, then you'll be tied to the rules. Then you're going to be like, oh, I need to make this money on the last winning day. And that's going to be the reason why you blow loads of progress, loads of accounts, and loads of money of payouts, because you're trying to get that winning day. Prop firms are set to give you rules that you need to follow. Trading is hard itself. So then once you put these rules on yourself, you're making it harder. So when you think about it, you should just ignore the rules. What I do is I just ignore the rules. For me, it's either I lose 250 on a trade or I make 1,000 per account, and it falls on either head and I just stop. So it doesn't matter to me how many winning days, blah, blah, I need. When it's time to request, if I can request, I request. The money should be coming to you when you're trading. You shouldn't be trying to chase the money. And trying to follow rules is chasing the money.
So let's say you buy a set of 5 accounts and your initial investment is $500. Your job from buying those accounts is to get your investment back, whether it's break even or it's a little bit more. As if you can take a payout, just take it. That's pretty much the real truth about trading prop firms that a lot of people don't talk about is return on investment. All these traders that make 30, 40K a month, you also gotta minus all the evals they blow. When you get to that certain level, you're gonna blow more evals, but it's okay because you're confident in your craft and you've been there before.
Yeah, I agree with Angel here. Like, if you're able to request a payout, take the fucking payout. Like, I don't know why people don't take the payout, because I've been through so much losses. I know how hard it is to make money in these markets. So if you're able to take it out, take it out. You can always make more money. You can always scale with a little bit amount of money. Don't ever think the market is going anywhere. There's always going to be a trade and there's always going to be volume. Stop thinking like you need to make it all from one account or one investment. One trade is not what makes somebody rich. One trade, if you think about it like that, one trade is going to make you poor.
I want to add another thing, what he was just saying. You don't have to make 50K on a trading account. I promise you that's never gonna happen. You're gonna be moved to live account before something like that happens. When I actually saw success, I was making like 5K a week trading. Like I'm talking about making like 1% a day, sometimes even $300 a day. And then at the end of the week pulling out 5K. 5K a week is literally life changing. Like a lot of you guys are, which goes back to the last topic, you guys are greedy, bro. Like you guys gotta just cut that out. Just take your like 2K, even 1K a week, bro. That's literally paying more than your 9 to 5.
And guys, trust me, we understand having greed, but we've mastered it more. Like, anybody that tells you that we're perfect, or like any guru that tells you they follow the rules 100% of the time, they're lying. We're human. We have these emotions for a reason. But the thing is, the reason why a lot of people make money in trading is because they're able to gain more control over it. So once you gain more control over it is when you will start to progress in your trading career and make more money.
Get used to losing, guys. Promise you.
What is one thing you wish you knew before you started trading? For me, I would say getting a mentor was super important, because I wish I learned the strategy that I've learned now way before, because not only would I have more time in it, I would be able to read the markets better, and it would have just saved me so much money in the markets and so much time. A lot of you guys are so scared to invest into a mentor. Go watch somebody's YouTube. Go see if they know what they're talking about. Go learn from them. Having a mentor is important. It's not just about a strategy. You need to have that guidance from somebody that's doing better than you, because sometimes you need somebody to be like, hey, bro, I lost this much amount of money, bro. How do I get over this problem? And your mentor has experienced it and will help you get over it. I think it's super important.
Literally what Ariana's saying. So basically, before getting into trading, I used to think that I'm going to be different. I'm going to be the one who doesn't need to wait a year and a half to learn trading. I'm going to be cocky. I'm like, I was on a different type of timing. Bro, you need to invest into a mentor. You need someone to hold your hand, swallow your ego. You will be profitable way faster. I'm telling you, you will be profitable way faster. What I did was I was one of those people that kind of got scammed by TJR's mastermind. I dropped 3K on a trading course. Honestly, the fact that I dropped 3K just gave me the motivation to just keep going. Like that made me want to succeed in trading. But also that did open other doors for me getting mentors. I started off with TJR. I slowly tweaked it, branched off, found my mentor that I use now, and that's really what got me to that 6 figure in payouts.
And guys, he invested 3K into that mentorship and ended up changing his life. Not that specific mentorship, but it's the fact that he invested in himself. You need to invest in yourself. I've bought dozens of mentorships courses. I did e-commerce before this, and I was never scared to invest in myself, because once you start making money, that'll be nothing. that investment can make you loads of money. You need to think about it like that. This skill that you learn is going to make you so much more money per month that it's not going to matter anymore. Energy is everything. If you're scared to invest in yourself, your income is going to show that. You're not going to make a lot of money. If you want to be safe, go work a 9 to 5, go have a regular job. But if you want a crazy life, you need to do what others are not willing to do, which is learning a high income skill and mastering it.
A lot of people always say, what's the biggest risk you take in life? The biggest risk is not taking that risk.
I was about to say that.
Yo, we're like, I'm pretty sure the majority of my audience is all like 16 or like 21 years old or 22, it don't matter. Bro, you are young as fuck. I'm 20 years old. Like, I have 10 more years before I'm young. I have more years, I'm still young. You need to invest in yourself and take that risk in yourself because, listen, if you don't take that risk, fortunately, respectfully, you will be working a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life. Besides the money, it's good for your mental health. It's good as a man. You should be taking these risks.
I was going to say the same thing. Not taking a risk is the biggest risk you can take. Why do I say this? Let's say you don't take a risk. You're just going to work your normal job and have your normal income. Let's say you take the risk and you lose, let's say like a couple thousand. You're going to be working the same job that you would be working if you didn't take the risk. So why not take the risk? Your life is going to be the same. If you take the risk, your life can exponentially change. It's a no-brainer of risk to reward since we're talking about trading. So taking the risk is actually way more rewarding than you think. If you're scared to take risks, you need to boost your testosterone.
Bro, honestly, if you don't take a risk, you're beta as fuck, bro. Like, you're literally low test in the family, bro. If you're comfortable with working a 9 to 5, listen, if you love what you do, I respect it. I get it. If you don't want to sit in an office when you're like 40 years old getting back pain, bro, take that risk now. You're young, bro. You can lose $30,000 being 30K in debt. You're gonna be good by the time you're like 30, 40 when you have kids, bro, when it really matters. Right now, it doesn't matter, bro. Like, most of you guys got a roof over your heads with living with families. Like, fortunately, I got to move out after making a little bit of money in trading. Bro, if you're paying no bills, you genuinely need to take risks. Don't be trying to climb the corporate ladder and you're living with your parents, bro. That's mad. That's beta as fuck, bro. You gotta be an alpha with this shit.
Yeah, not only speaking about corporate, I think it's completely fine to work a 9 to 5. And if you're able to trade at the same time, go ahead. It's good to have stable money coming in. And I'll never be one of those entrepreneurs that thinks like, oh, you don't like, I feel like that's where I think about it a little different. Like, I don't think that you need to quit your job to be trading. If you can put away an hour a day to trade, go ahead and do it and work your 9 to 5. I know a lot of you guys have passions outside of trading, which you can pursue. I just think like, as a man, you should be risky. Like, nothing in this life is guaranteed. So like, why not take a risk and live the beautiful life that you've always imagined for yourself?
Yeah, bro. Like, we're in Turks and Caicos right now. Like, we literally grinded for this. Like, it's just crazy. Like, we were literally on a yacht earlier this morning. We could not have done that by working a 9 to 5. What? I'm gonna wait all year just to request 3 days for a vacation, bro? Nah. Like, you want to be able to like take that vacation every month if you wanted to.
And that'll be the end of the video with Angel Trades right here. It was really nice to, hear another trader's perspective. As you can see, a lot of our advice, a lot in common. If you made it to the end of this video, I want you guys to comment down psychology. We made this video to, help you guys because we've been through these problems and obstacles and we really care. Please make sure to like and subscribe and we'll see you guys in the next video.